Greetings and hello. Today I'm very excited to show you not one, not two, okay, you read the title, 9 ways to play Phil Collins In the Air Tonight on your acoustic guitar. But speaking of the number 9, before we get going, I hope you'll oblige me while I take a moment to thank the following 4 people for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club. Thank you very much to Jerry Ashford, Fuad Ibrahimov, Mark Steiniger, and Andrew Horn for your support. And if you would like to find out what that's all about, you will find the link in the description. Like American Pie, this is a chorus first song. So I'm going to show you the chorus first, and I also want to mention that these ways are in no particular order of difficulty. The first chord of the chorus, the first part, is D minor. Poor D minor, the chord everyone always forgets. E1, G2, B3, strum 4. To C, B flat, that's A1, DGB3. Back up to C. All right, chorus the normal chord way. D minor, C, B flat, back up to C. Do it a bunch of times. And then at the end of the chorus, you always hit D minor and just let it ring out. There is a tremendous amount of confusion on the internet about how to play the verse, the only other part of the song, and that's not all that surprising. The organ, the synth in this song, is very ambiguous as to which chords it's playing when it comes to relative major and minor pairs. But I found a live acoustic version where Mr. Collins' intentions cannot be disguised, and these are the chords to the verse. It's going to be 2 measures of D minor. I'll post that in the description, by the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A minor. Then G minor, it's going to be 3, 5, 5, starting on the E string. Back to D minor. All right, one time. Here we go. D minor. A minor. G minor, back to D minor. That is the verse, normal chord way. For method 2's chorus, I'm going to turn all the chords into suspended 2 chords in this very special way. D minor would be here as a bar chord. I'm going to lose my middle finger, leaving me with A string, 5, 7, 7, 5, 5. C is 2 frets lower than that. B flat is 2 frets lower than that. Went for it. Method 2's chorus. A little more shimmery, a little more airy. I like it. And I'm going to make all these minor chords minor 7 chords. The cool thing about minor 7 chords is you are always allowed to play a minor 7 chord instead of a regular minor chord without changing the key of the song. So D minor 7 is 1, 1, 2 plus an open D string. A minor 7 is A minor, lose your ring finger. And G minor 7 is G minor, lose your pinky finger. Concludes method 2. Method 3's chorus is thrilling and works on the same premise as my cheating way to play Pearl Jam's Nothing Man. We're going to capo 1, and we're going to make a power chord in the same fret we were playing the D suspended 2, but it's the 4th fret now relative to the capo, so that's what I'm going to say. A4, D and G, 2 frets higher than that, and we also want to hear the open B and the open E string. C is 2 frets lower than that, and B flat is going to be you don't need your pointer finger anymore, so it's going to look like an A suspended 2 chord. The verse, of course, starts on the same D minor quote-unquote chord. But for our A minor, we're going to turn this shape inside out. So instead of 4-6-6 relative to the capo, it's going to be 6-6-4, strum again from the A string. G minor is 2 frets lower. And back up to D minor. All the way through. A minor. G minor, D minor. Method 3. On to method 4. Our capo is going to be working its way up for a little while before we lose it again at the end. The chorus of method 4 is going to be A minor, G, F, G, capo 5. And the verse is going to be A minor, E minor, D minor, A minor. On to the next. You might have guessed it, method 5 is going to use fancy versions of those chords. A minor 7, G6, open baby E string, F major 7 with a C in the bass, that's B1, G2, ring finger on A3, pinky finger on D3, note the open E string. And if you want to be really fancy on this one, you can with your middle finger, and then of course back to G6. I like that the G6 and the F major 7 have that E string open in common, and the A minor, they all have the E string in common. Cool. And the verse for method 5 is going to be A minor 7, which you already know, followed by E minor 7, just the one finger way. It's going to be just the A string 2nd fret, then D minor 7, which you already know, and of course back to A minor 7. Method 5. It's getting a little crowded up here. Capo 10 for method 6. The chorus is going to be E minor, D, C, back to D. I think you're going to find method 7 more tasteful, but we had to do method 6 before we get to method 7. And the verse for method 6 is E minor, B minor, A minor, back to E minor, on to method 7. I couldn't get out of method 6 fast enough. And no, I'm not just going to turn these things into suspended 2 chords. We are in the key of G family of chords, which opens up some interesting possibilities. For method 7's chorus, I'm going to play E minor 7, but I'm going to do it the 2-finger way, A2 and B3. Our D chord is going to be D suspended 2 with an F sharp in the bass. All that means is keep your ring finger, middle finger goes on G2, pointer finger on E2. Then for the C chord, we're going to play Jerry Cantrell C add 9, which is what I call it, because every time I've seen Jerry Cantrell play C add 9, he does it this way. Normally we've got 4 fingers, like a 4-finger G, but we're going to leave the E string open. A3, D2, B3, open E. And then you'd go back to your D, of course. So, method 7's chorus. verse for fancy Capo 10 method is going to start with E minor 7, just how we were doing it. And then B minor 7, this is technically B minor 7. From this E minor 7, just add your middle finger to G2, and also don't strum the low E string. A minor 7, and back to E minor 7. So here we go. To the John Frusciante method. This is no capo, so remember, we're thinking D minor, C, and B flat. What we're going to do is pluck notes of the scale relevant the chords that are underneath. For the D minor one, it starts on the E string and goes 10, then A8, then D7, and then the D string goes 10, 8, 7. Here is the D minor one. The C one goes 8, 7, 5 on those strings, and then the D string goes 8, 7, 5. And the B flat one goes 6, 5, 3, but then we have to go all the way up to D, 7, 5, and I like A8 for the land. Now the trick is doing them fast enough. Finger exercise anyways. And the last method is the Led Zeppelin method. This is totally serious, by the way, and the cool thing about this one is this song's in the key of D minor, so we're gonna have the ominous D string ringing out through all of these chords, chorus and verse. D minor is gonna be 5, 6, 7 on E, B, G. C is going to be 3, 5, 5, and B flat's going to be 1, 3, 3. Again, strumming 4 strings, including the open D string. The Led Zeppelin method chorus. And to close out method number 9's verse, we're going to start with the same D minor, open D string all the way through. The A minor is going to be 5, 5, 5 on the baby strings. G minor is 2 frets lower. And we're going to, of course, end on our D minor chord. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you have it, 9 different ways to play Phil Collins in the Air Tonight. It's like choose your own adventure. You can mix and match some of them. And that was a very long one. If ever it was deserved, you deserve to hear the chicken of you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye. I don't have the thing in my hand. This is awkward.